Aries, and welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. We're going to get right into your twin flame reading for the next 7 days. This is a reading. We're going to take a look at a connection you have with somebody in your life, twin flame connection, and what the state of it is over this next 7-day period. So let's get right into it and pull out your animal spirits for you and your person. Show me, Aries. All right, we have the eagle and the frog. Wow. Okay, so the eagle is all about bringing your best game, right? It's air energy, bringing your A game, really being the best that you can be at something. And so focus, communication, being strong, being confident, being, sure of yourself, right? Putting that extra effort in, that strong sense of effort, bringing the best that you can bring to a situation, right? Frog energy is water energy, and the frog brings the rain. The frog brings cleansing. The frog brings that emotional sort of release, water release almost, right? That cleanses us. All right. So frog is very much to do with processes, emotional processes, animal spirit for those emotional processes that that cleanse you, right? They may be tough to go through, but there is a cleansing, and there's just so much of it, right? It really brings torrential. We associate it with lots and lots of rain, sort of Amazonian torrential rain, right? And so going through a lot. Right, going through a lot of emotional, I want to say, going through perhaps maybe a very strong emotional experience that cleanses on every level. Okay, that brings a full cleanse to you, and so it's a refreshing, but it takes a lot to go through. It's necessary, right? So this is what we're dealing with. These two energies, these two animal spirits coming in. So Aries, show me your cards for you and your person. We'll take a look at the next 7 days for Aries. All right. Okay. Aries, you're coming out as 9 of Swords. You see your person as the moon. You desire 10 of Wands and what needs to happen, lovers. Your person, 8 of Swords. They see you as the magician. They desire Ace of Swords. What needs to happen, Queen of Wands. Bottom of the deck we have 5 of Wands. All right. So bickering, arguing, struggling, right? Competitiveness, right? Just not working together, right? Working apart. Interesting. Aries, we got some challenge here, right, with you and your person. Let's get right into it. You're coming in as 9 of Swords, they're coming in as 8 of Swords. So you're this next 7-day period, you're going to be feeling, if you're resonating with this reading, very restless, anxious, nervous. It's that kind of anxiety when you're coming close to the ending of something, perhaps. There's some regret, maybe. 9 of Swords is associated with all of that. Sleepless nights, that kind of anxiety that only you can deal with. Nobody can kind of help you with it. It's very personal, okay? And you're going to be going through that this next 7-day period with this person, I would say, right? So this is kind of this anxiety that you're generally feeling. Your person is coming in as 8 of Swords. They're taking not much responsibility here, right? Their attitude is, it's not me. It's not my problem. It's everybody else's problem. What can I do, right? I'm not able to make, the 8 of Swords energy is somebody who resonates with that. It's very much, they like to play the victim. They may gaslight you. They may blame you for what is going wrong. And more than anything, they have this attitude of it's everybody else's fault that they are not able to make good decisions or make the right decisions for themselves. So it's a very kind of like casting blame at others, not being really willing to look at your own impact at something and look at your own emotions. So we got some taxing sort of, I want to say, shadow energy here going on. Some strong energy that's kind of drawing you guys apart into a certain degree, right? Toxic, maybe a little bit toxic. All right, but how do you see each other? You see them as the moon and they see you as a magician. So here we go. From your point of view, you're really not understanding what they're up to. You don't understand their emotions or their feelings. You don't understand why they're acting the way they're acting. And it almost feels to you like a bit of a test, right? And again, this shows a lack of kind of communication here, because for them, they see you as magicians. So they feel like you're doing very well. You're communicating well. You kind of know what you want. You know what's happening, right? They see you as completely in control. And I want to say it could be that they are just sort of, what can I say? You know, they may be, something is happening here with your communication, Aries, right? They're seeing you as this on top of the world, in touch, you know, person, right? And yet with them, they're not giving you anything, right? For you, you're confused. And so there is something really strong, strange going on with this communication here between the two of you. It's like you're in two different worlds, right? And they're not giving you enough, okay? They're certainly not giving you enough. And for you, you're feeling very much like in the dark as to why they're acting the way they're acting, or what their emotions for you really are right now, right? And what you desire is to just be rid of the energy, right? We have Ten of Wands and Ace of Swords. This is what you both desire in this relationship. So for you, you're kind of like, you want to be unburdened with some of the responsibilities you've been having to carry. It almost feels like, you know, you're dealing with somebody here who is not willing to sort of put effort in, perhaps, right? Or make the right amount of effort in and of themselves. And for you, it's like you've been probably carrying the burden of two. It could be that you've been carrying all the work. It could be that you've been carrying the responsibility. You know, Ten of Wands can also sometimes be just a feeling of inadequacy, right? Just general kind of like burdens that we carry around, whether they are real or imagined, that just impede our progress. And it feels almost like you are just done with it all, right? For them, Ace of Swords, they desire something new, right? So they're desiring a new way of communicating, a new way of expressing themselves with you. They're desiring sort of a victory here to a certain degree as well. You're dealing with someone, I want to say, Aries, who may have left a lot up to you, may have left a lot of the relationship or this connection down to you. They're not necessarily giving you a whole, excuse me, a whole lot of emotion that you can count on. There's a lot of uncertainty here for you, Nine of Swords and Moon, the way you see them. But there's a feeling that you've been carrying a lot. And it could be that the uncertainty of it all, it could be because they're not really kind of coming towards you the way you want them to, that it's just become a little bit too much. And this next 7-day period may be just, in fact, a period where you're like, look, this has to turn into a love affair, lovers. This has to turn into more of a love affair and less confusion that is here, less of a burden for me. For them, you may, again, there's not a lot of emotion here with them. They're very much a mental person. They may not be able to give you the emotionality that you're looking for. For them, they need a Queen of Wands energy. It's almost as if they need somebody to come in and have a word with them, explain to them what is really going on. They need wise counsel, or perhaps someone who knows them, who understands them, and who can explain to them what's going on. If you're in this long relationship, or if you're in like I want to say, a committed relationship with this person, and you've reached this kind of point with them, it could be that they very much need to talk to someone that is close to them to get them to understand what is happening here. They're kind of done with the status quo with you too, in a way, right? They want an Ace of Swords, so they want something new here from you. They want a new way of communicating with you. And again, Frog comes in, cleansing. Could be there's some, I want to say, there could be some history here that needs to be cleansed, Aries. Let me just get 3 cards, 4 cards as clarifiers. Show me, Aries, with this individual. And for you, yeah, it's kind of like, are you willing? Lover's energy lets you know. Are you willing to go, like, you know what I mean? You have to work on this in terms of, like, maybe therapy. There's a give and take here. And there has to be a willingness for it, right? And you may be too tired. Full energy. 6 of Swords, right? There's your 10 of Wands. You're tired. And Chariot. Oh, Aries, you're just tired. You're ready for it to be done. The burdens you've been carrying have been overwhelming, and you're just, right? There's a new stage coming in this relationship. And I think it's all coming to a head for those of you who are resonating with this over this next 7 day period, because there's some cleansing that needs to happen here. Full energy is coming in. Somebody here may have suddenly been started seeing somebody new also, or started something new that is bringing anxiety into this relationship. This Fool is making me feel like for some of you, Aries, this anxiety and this unsurety that you have in this burden, a lot of it is being perpetuated by something new that's come in. Maybe, like I said, for your person, it may be a new job or new project, or maybe just an individual that's come into them that's very, very new, and that's also upsetting some of the communication here, right? They may be unaware that you're feeling the way you're feeling, that you're feeling perhaps even a little threatened. Five of Wands indicates there's a competitiveness here. So there's this feeling of maybe the relationship being threatened or being unsure, this feeling of being tested here. And really just not wanting to argue, wanting to sort of like get back to calmer days, a new chapter. So this is like a kink in the road for some of you, right? But Lovers does let me know, Aries, that this indeed can be, some of you are resonating with this reading. This is a really strong relationship, committed relationship. You've been in it for quite some time for some of you. And it's not like you're ready to give it up or anything, but this next 7 day period is going to be a period where you guys have to reevaluate the way you communicate, the way you talk to each other, and for you to really unburden yourself a little bit and go through a bit of a cleanse here. There's been some shadow. There's been perhaps some events or experiences or some actions that have been taken here by either of you that have hurt the other, and there's a cleansing that needs to be happening here as well. Ultimately, Chariot is here to let you know that a new stage is definitely coming for this relationship. And your person, again, would benefit very much from some wise counsel, Queen of Wands energy, somebody in their life that they can talk to that is going to help them understand what is happening here. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your 7 day reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some clarity out of it. And if you did, please like, subscribe, and share. That's all I ask for. And that's it, guys. I will see you next week at your Twin Flame reading. Bye-bye now.